Hey guys, this is Kawaii Life Antonio here, and I'm going to review on the Gulli website itself. Now, the Gulli, well, the schedule, that is. Now, the schedule of Gulli really is something. I've heard that it is not the best, but in its recent state, it's actually not that bad. It's actually pretty with these brand new updates here and there. I decided to check it out. I mean, I did check out the cartoon list, and there is a lot, even on those that don't even air on the channel anymore. So, without further ado, it's time I check out the actual lineup. So, the first thing is something different. Alright, there's something that I know. Totally Spies. Yep, then you got Basket Up, which is basketball animated series. Alvin and the Chipmunks. Boy, girl, dog, cat, mouse, cheese. Dang, they still are Jamie's Got Tentacles? That's crazy. They got Zig and Sharko, a lot of it. Augie and the Cockroaches, and it looks to be the reboot. Other than, I think it's the original series, but they just use the reboot as the icon, which it's just confusing. Then this series, they got Gabby's Dollhouse. Yes, this is Gabby's Dollhouse. They got the Garfield Show. Alright. Living with Dad. I like Living with Dad. It's an underrated series. Then you got The Sisters, which is a series I like. The Loud House. And then you get the Casa Grandes. Hotel Transylvania, the series. I believe this is the Smurfs. Dinosaur. They still are Sonic Boom? Oh my gosh, they still are Sonic Boom. That's crazy. Jamie's Got Tentacles, The Sisters, Totally Spies, Malcolm in the Middle, and they have this thing called Gulli Prime. Alright, to continue, you got Totally Spies, Basket Up, Alvin, of course, Boy, Girl, Dog, Cat, Mouse, Cheese, Jamie's Got Tentacles, Zig and Sharko, Augie and the Cockroaches, the Crybaby Show, really? Octonauts, I mean, you see some of these that aren't currently on TG, even though TG currently is less like a preschooling block in its current state. Then you get Spidey and His Amazing Friends, The Sisters, Living with Dad, The Loud House, Camp Coral, The Sisters, Living with Dad, The Smurfs, Jamie's Got Tentacles, Legends of Awesomeness? Alright, that's crazy. I believe this is Hotel Transylvania series. Rugrats, the reboots. Garfield, the Garfield Show. The Loud House, The Sisters, Totally Spies, Malcolm in the Middle, and Gulli Prime. Okay. Yep, it's the same old, Totally Spies, Basket Up, Alvin, again, Boy, Girl, Dog, Cat, Mouse, Cheese, Jamie's Got Tentacles, Zig and Sharko, Augie and the Cockroaches, Owl Not Nice, I guess that's the title of that show. You know, it kind of brings me some, it's like Ed's World, but with a bird. It's strange. Crybabies, why that show? The Octonauts, Spidey's Amazing Friends, The Sisters, Living with Dad, The Loud House, Camp Coral. It's crazy that they have Camp Coral and not actual SpongeBob. Despite having SpongeBob being listed there, you would expect them to have SpongeBob, but no, you get Camp Coral instead, which is weird. The Sisters, Living with Dad, The Smurfs, Jamie's Got Tentacles, Kung Fu Panda, Hotel Transylvania the series, the Rugrats, Garfield Show, the Loud House. It's interesting that they air more Loud House. Like, they really air a lot of Loud House. The Sisters, Totally Spies, Malcolm in the Middle, and Gulli Prime. Okay. Spies, Basket Up, Alvin, again, Boy, Girl, Dog, Cat, Mouse, Cheese. From what I've heard, Boy, Girl, Dog, Cat, Mouse, Cheese has been the most over-aired show on Gulli. Well, that's not the case. For what I'm saying, it's the Loud House. Jamie's Got Tentacles, Zig and Sharko, Augie, The Owl Show, Cry Babies, The Octonauts, Spyism and His Amazing Friends, The Sisters, Living with Dad, The Loud House, The Casa Grandes, Boy Girl Dog Cat Mouse Cheese. Alright, there's something different. You got Pokemon Horizons. Living with Dad, The Smurfs, the Monster High reboot. They got Polly Pocket. They got There, but on TG. I guess that does make sense given how Polly Pocket is actually TY7. But still, it's just crazy that TG has those like Lollyrock. And then Barbie A Touch of Magic, Totally Spies, Pirate Academy? Pirate Academy? Is this Pirate Express? Like, I remember Pirate Express. Could that be the show? That would be interesting if that actually is Pirate Express. The Garfield Show, The Loud House, Marb the Loud House, The Sisters, Totally Spies, Malcolm in the Middle, and a Malcolm in the Middle marathon. Alright, that's pretty interesting. Okay, Spies, Jamie's Got Tentacles, The Casa Grandes, Zig and Sharko, Augie and the Cockroaches, The Crybaby Show, The Octonauts, Spidey's Amazing Friends, The Sisters, Living with Dad, a lot of The Loud House, Camp Coral. It's just strange that they just have more airings of Camp Coral and not SpongeBob. Despite that being listed, The Sisters, Living with Dad, The Smurfs, Jamie's Got Tentacles, Kung Fu Panda, Legends of Awesomeness, Hotel Transylvania, The Rugrats, The Garfield Show, So Much Loud House, The Sisters, Totally Spies, and Malcolm in the Middle to close it off, as Malcolm in the Middle is part of Gulli Prime. So, Gulli is kind of nice. I mean, yeah, it's not the best variety. I mean, well, the variety's actually pretty decent, and that they have preschool content in the morning. And how it has been done pretty well there. It's just strange about some examples about it, and how its selection is kind of limited, while its actual show library is massive. That they actually kept those that don't even air on the channel anymore. It's crazy. And that Loud House is the most over-aired show on the channel currently. Alright, now we're in the final day. And yeah, it's the same old, with some minor differences here and there. It's pretty cool about it. Oh wait, there's actually some differences. There's of course Gabby Starhouse, Star Wars, Young Jedi Adventures, and going back to 6-11 content, The Sisters, The Loud House, Monster High, Hotel Transylvania, The Smurfs, Spy and His Amazing Friends, right there, huh? The afternoon? Okay. The Dragon Riders series, Pirate Academy, or should I just say Pirate Express, Beyblade Burst, Sonic Boom, The Loud House, The Sisters, Totally Spies, Lego Masters to close it off. So the lineup about Gulli is pretty good, pretty decent. It's not the best, but it's not the worst either. It's pretty decent, and I gotta say, Gulli did a pretty good job, as that is actually a free-to-air network in France, which really is impressive. Anyway, guys, this is Kawaii Life Antonio, signing off. Peace. Really is interesting about how Gulli has its selection there with its lineup.